And here we are, just a quick little race update for you guys. Nothing too formal, won't be online for very, very long. Just wanted to give kind of a quick little bit of an insight into Fake 500 practice, final practice. Currently top 10 on the board. TJ Majors actually fastest in overall practice. Adam Blocker, Mike Rasmus, Seth the Merchant, Michael Cozy Jr., Shane Keiko. Your promoter, Zane Scott, 7th pick overall. Chris Springer, Billy Bowerman, and Cole Sink. Currently about 25, 26 guys have entered into the server for some final practice for the day. Got quite a few cars on track doing some drafting practice. So just wanted to take a quick little glimpse and do a little bit of testing here. Make sure everything is good to go for the race weekend coming up here. Starting actually tomorrow with Crescent Donut Patriot 100. So it's going to be a pretty fun and quick and interesting day. Tomorrow will be a precursor to the weekend. So hopefully you've all enjoyed practice this past week, qualifying over the weekend, and just kind of getting some things finished up. Has got a few going for a little bit of a spin down there in turn number 1. Oh, and Michael Cozy Jr. just caught the end of it. But yeah, it won't be about live very long. Just kind of wanted to peek in, give you guys a little bit of an update of what's going on with everything here. Zane, as we finish up, they've got about an hour left in practice, a little bit over an hour. Before we get into the racing deal, what's kind of your final thoughts? If he's here, he might not be. I know he was getting some stuff ready for this weekend's festivities. Is actually
yeah, I'm here. I was just about to say, check press box chat there.
So Kevin Click looks like he's doing some reconnaissance laps, potentially practicing some pit stop entry. Might be waiting on a couple guys too to come around and get some drafting practice in. We'll go on board with Jeffrey Stewart as he's making final preparations for race weekend. He will not be running the Patriot 100 this year. He's locked himself into the Fake 500, so should be a pretty wild night. So looking forward to it. Just kind of checking in once again, just to kind of see what we can do here as these guys finish up final practice. Looks like Jeff's getting ready to come up on a pretty big group of peak cars right now. Seth the Merchant actually up front in that pack that Jeffrey was chasing. 4th overall on the board. Yeah, him, Kevin Click, and it looks like Landon Castle there as well. So getting ready to get into happy hour for final practice before the racing weekend will start. So Zane, what's your final thoughts as we get into the racing weekend?
It's time to go racing. That's my final thoughts. I'm almost glad that we're done, but not glad because that means we're almost done. So, interesting to see how it plays out. Everyone getting the final laps and getting ready, and then I think tomorrow, if it's anything like last year's Patriot 100, we'll definitely be in for quite the show. So, interesting to see what happens, and then of course Saturday we got the big finale with the 500-mile race.
Yeah, so just kind of wanted to give a little bit of a quick stream so you guys could see a little bit of on-track action today. as these guys, like I said, finishing up final preparations for this weekend, whether they are in the Fake 500 or the Patriot 100 tomorrow. So, what time's the race start tomorrow? 8 p.m.
8 p.m. is when the server's going to open. The green flag will drop at 8:30.
Okay, so we will be live at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, big spin cycle in that group. We will be live 8 p.m. for a little bit of a pre-race show. Get the lineup set and ready to go for the second running of the Crescent Donut Patriot 100. And then qualifying will start Friday for the Epperson Painting night before the 500. Big thanks to them again for coming on board. 8:30 will be qualifying. Practice will be running a little bit before that. We should be live right around 8 o'clock or so as well for that event. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun weekend of racing. Be sure to stay tuned. But we will, on that note, check out of here for the day. Just to kind of give you a little bit of a rundown, again, practice top 10 speeds, TJ Major, Adam Blocker, Mike Razimus, Seth DeMerchant, Michael Cozy Jr., Shane Keiko, Zane Scott, Chris Springer, Billy Bowerman, Cole Sink, Jeffrey Stewart in the 11th spot. So if Zane wasn't in here, Jeffrey would be in the top 10. So, but on that note, we will take it on out of here, and you guys have a great evening, and we will see you here live tomorrow, 8 p.m. sharp, for the Crescent Donut Patriot 100.
Would you believe me if I told you an old story? One where the beginning is more than 100 years old? One that's featured every big name to exist in auto racing? Would you believe me if I said nothing grows old here? Where thousands and thousands come to be awed and inspired by speed? One where dreams are born, then just as quickly destroyed? Would you believe me if I said it was more than just a race? One that requires so much sacrifice for just a chance at glory? One where their faces are etched into history to never be forgotten? Would you believe me if I said this version of the story was different? A version where the cars are virtual, but the racing and competition are real? A story that brings grown men and women to tears, then just a page later to a smile from ear to ear? A story so fast it's tough to keep up with? One with danger and thrill around each and every corner? A story about heartbreak? And a story about perseverance? It's a story about redemption. And a story about triumph.
Well, this is the closest thing, boys, to living a dream. Gentlemen, start your engines.
This is the story of the Wicked Energy Gum